Over the weekend, the World Economic Forum met in Davos, Switzerland to discuss climate change and its impact on the world. Former Vice President Al Gore gave an impassioned speech where he warned the crowd of rain bombs and boiling oceans if drastic changes aren't made to help the environment. We're going to bring in our panel to discuss. Branding advisor to CEOs, author of Intra Branding, the Keystone of Corporate Agility, and Newsmax columnist Marc Rudov, plus editor-in-chief of the National Memo, Joe Conason. Great to see both of you this wonderful Friday afternoon. Marc, I'm going to start with you. What do you see as the major takeaway from the Davos meeting?
Well, first of all, I call it the World Extermination Forum because they want to exterminate our wealth and our freedom. What I take away from it is what they're giving us. It's all about power and control. You know, I lost family in the Holocaust, and there's nothing I like more than seeing a German dictator in front of a camera telling us that he wants to control the world, that he wants us to eat the bugs, that in the future, you will not own anything, you will have no privacy, and you will like it. That's what I like to see. And what's amazing to me, Katrina, you would think that the CEOs of the world, supposed capitalists, would be shunning this guy. But no, they're running over to Davos to kiss his ring. And it just shows how wokeified they've become because they're trying to impress their woke wives, girlfriends, and daughters. In fact, we all heard the chairman of Siemens say that because of his 24-year-old daughter, he thinks that if 1 billion people stop eating meat, we can save climate. Climate
change. There you go.
Climate change, thank you.
I knew where you're going.
In fact, does not exist.
Yeah, it's interesting. Joe, I want to get your thoughts on Davos overall, but also specifically to what Marc just referenced, that urging of 1 billion people simply to become vegetarians. Now, listen, honestly, I'm a vegetarian. That's my choice. I do it because I want to, but I don't want anyone telling me what to eat or what not to eat.
Did you think he was telling you what to eat?
No, I'm saying I don't want...
No, he wasn't. He wasn't telling anyone what to eat.
No? Then what was he doing?
He was suggesting that lifestyle changes could have a beneficial impact on the climate. I don't think there's any question about that. It also would probably have a beneficial impact on most people's health to eat less red meat. So, he wasn't forcing anyone to do anything. There's no German dictator there telling people that they have to do this or that. These are the group of CEOs who understand that climate is a real threat to the future of the world and the world economy, and are trying to come up with plans to assist the world in doing something about it. I don't really see the harm in that. They're over there. They're pursuing ideas that they think are important, and they really don't have any control over anyone else. I've been to Davos. I've seen what goes on there. It's a talking shop. Very little is accomplished there except discussion. And, when it's over, it's over. So for all the conservatives out there get so worked up about this, calm down. There's nothing is going to come of it that's going to change your life or dictate anything to you.
Yeah, Marc, your thoughts. Do you think that it was really just a suggestion, say, to eat meat? And I just don't want to harp on that issue, but overall, you have people saying, talking about saving the environment while they're flying their private jets over there, which again, there seems to be a lot of hypocrisy in this particular event. I could be incorrect, but Marc, your opinion.
Hypocrisy? Joe just said that there's no question about it. There's nothing but question about it. Because of the ESG diktat, they're closing down farms all over the world. Look at what's happening in the Netherlands. Bill Gates is buying up farmland in the United States because he doesn't want people to eat meat anymore. They have said, Schwab has said, Dr. Evil, you will eat the bugs. They want people to eat insects. They want to outlaw meat. It's not a suggestion. They want to rule it away. And what do you think Joe Biden's Build Back Better was? It was a euphemism for the Great Reset, which was a euphemism for press a button and turn your country into a socialist regime overnight. That's what they're doing. And he went in, he wants to ban gas stoves. Why did he do that? Why
Who
did he
wants to
say
ban
that?
gas
Because
stoves?
it's all tied into the ESG, which comes from the World Economic Forum, the World Extermination Forum. He wants people to be beholden to government. He wants to ruin independence. He wants to take away wealth and privacy, and he wants everybody to become obedient. He wants us to mask up again on airplanes for the same reason. And the thing is, there's no climate change. It's a lie.
Well,
The temperature of the Earth has risen 1 degree centigrade in the last 170 years. That's a 4% increase, and that's not climate change.
Mark, I want to interrupt just to make give Joe an opportunity to respond there before we have to wrap it up.
Yes. Well,
but Joe, hang on one second. I also want you to respond to, include in your response, just we did have that UN report out recently, a little over a week ago, that the ozone layer is actually closing, and in about 4 decades, it will be back intact.
And how did that happen?
You tell me.
Do you have any idea?
Of course I do.
It happened because of legislation that changed the types of chemicals that were used in refrigeration. Clearly, that's why that happened. It's a good thing that the ozone layer has closed, because otherwise we'd be in a lot of trouble from solar radiation. So yes, that's a good thing. It was done by federal legislation that recognized that danger and cope with it. Listen, I can't respond to all of the conspiracy nonsense that was just spouted out here. It's too much. But it's very clear, the scientific consensus is clear. We've had 20 of the warmest years on record in the last 2 decades. We have had floods, hurricanes, disasters of all kinds increasing, and everybody, I think most people anyway, are aware of the dangers that climate change poses to us.
Joe, then how do you...
Whether Mr. Rudov is or not. But the other thing is that, yes, there obviously is climate change, but also, you know what, again, nobody is forcing you to do anything at this point. They are trying to induce people through tax incentives and other means to make healthier choices for the climate and for themselves. But they can't force you to stop eating meat, and nobody's trying to do that. The Siemens AG guy who said that at Davos, he can't force anybody to stop eating meat. Neither can his daughter. Neither can anybody else's daughter or wife. This is all scare stuff. And, we'd be better off paying less attention to attempts to frighten us and more attention to real problems.
All right. I think that could be said in both directions, so I'm going to leave it there. Marc Rudov, Joe Conason, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.